How you guys and girls doing today? Simpson918 here, and in this video we are talking about some tweets that Battlestate Games sent out about the future of the game. Let's talk about it. What's going on, y'all? Like I always say, I appreciate and I love every single one of y'all that stop by and watch these videos. And if you are new to the channel, please make sure to hit those like and sub buttons down below, because that way it can make a brother nut and we can all have a good time. But with that being said, y'all, let's get right into it. So a couple of days ago, well, yesterday actually, Battlestate tweeted out a string of tweets talking about, how they've been quiet lately and, what they plan on bringing to the game the next couple of patches and things like that. So we're going to go over each tweet and then we're just going to break down what they talk about. So it starts off saying, "Hello, everybody. It's been a long time without status reports, and it has not meant that we don't do anything. On the contrary, we are so immersed in colossal volumes of work that we do not have time to exhale." So, just to give everybody, a peace of mind, they are working and they are grinding their ass off. They say, here's a status report on what is going on and what we're focused on right now. So 12.11.5 will be an intermediate patch with fixes and optimization. So that will be the next thing coming to the game very shortly. Patch 12.11.6, which is going to be the Unity 2019 migration and DLSS support. So what Unity 2019 migration is that's going to be the brand new engine they're going to be swapping over to. So hopefully we might even see an increase in graphics and definitely an increase in optimization and hopefully a lot less lag spikes and desync. And what DLSS support is that's deep learning super sampling. And essentially what that means, when you super sample something, it's the AI rendering certain technology that increases their graphics performance, and it pretty much makes things look way better from a distance. And I'll post a picture example of it right now. Moving forward though, we have the patch 12.12, which is going to be the big one that we're all waiting on, right? And that's going to have the things like the lighthouse location, daily quest, inertia, and there will be a test for that. And what inertia is as you move, so they're going to be changing up the movement system. The best way I can describe inertia in the simplest way that I can is like, how sometimes when you're running in Tarkov, right, and like you can press, let's just say A or D to all of a sudden stop your movement to strafe left or strafe right really fast. So they're going to be changing that now. So as you're running and as you're trying to turn, you're a pretty heavy person in real life, carrying a weapon in realistic combat. You're not going to be able to just be running and then all of a sudden, take your gun and put it up in the air. So they're going to be slowing things like that down. So if you're running, you might have to come to a full stop. But when you want to make a turn, you might not be able to run and turn at the same time. So, that's inertia. And the next test they're going to be bringing in is VoIP, which is, going to be voice chat. And there's going to be a test for that as well. That's pretty self-explanatory what voice chat's going to be, right? Man, that's going to be very interesting in Tarkov to see how that's going to affect the game. Surely there are going to be people who are going to try to abuse it and shit like that. I can only imagine a hatchling, telling you and begging you to push him, and he's telling you he's got full-on kit armor, slick armor and level 6 stuff and things like that, and it's a hatchling hiding in the corner just screaming. So that'll be fun to see right there. Next, weapon malfunction iteration, new weapons and other things like that. So for the next weapon malfunctions iteration, some people are like, oh, does that mean that they're taking weapon malfunctions out the game? No, they are not. So what that means is Nikita said he wants to go in depth with weapon malfunctions. So right now we get gun jams when the bullet might get jammed in the gun. So we might have certain things like overheating. So you use your gun and you bring in a 60 mag or something like that, and your gun overheats. Different types of jams. So you might have like a bullet jam up in the mag and not just in the chamber. You might have meltdowns on the gun. So you put a suppressor. You've seen sometimes in crazy videos when they just keep shooting, the suppressor will melt. So he wants to bring in other iterations of weapon malfunctions, and I'm guessing that's what that's going to be right there. New weapons and other stuff like that. And then we have 12.12.5, which is just going to be an add-on to 12.12, and there's going to be a lot of quality of life improvements and additions. On top of that, they also tweeted out that other intermediate patches with hot fixes, visual improvements will be pushed on to testing servers, and there will also be 3 new modules to anti-cheat system to increase the reaction time and overall cheat detection speed. Of course, they say that they know right now it's a very hot topic, and even though they've done great progress on the issue in the last few weeks, the war on cheaters and hackers is never over, and we can all agree to that, right? So it says events, podcasts, and other related activities will be coming very soon, and they said the next 4 months will be pretty hard and important for them to focus. So So they will be providing us a lot of important fixes, changes in content, and of course actions speak louder than words, and they said take care. So what I'm guessing by this, y'all, is that, you know, this is probably going to be their last update, or, you know, last time that they inform us on things for a bit, because they're really going to be doubling down to get this content out to us. We know with Tarkov, and for those who grind the game, we know, you know, you sit there and play Tarkov, and within a couple of weeks, you know, you might already be having level 4 or 5 things. It feels like in game sometimes when you reach level 20, because then you can just buy anything you want. So they're going to be trying to push these things out, and they've got a lot of things to work on. But with that being said, y'all, let me know down in the comments below what you're the most excited for out of everything that we just listed here. Me personally, I really, before any content whatsoever, I want to really see the game become way more optimized. Back in alpha, you know, it was a lot worse than it is now, and we have to admit, any player of Tarkov has to admit that from when it started, it's way better, but it can get a lot better. So I definitely, before we worry about any new content, want to see desync, lag, and hackers and things like that disappear completely. Well, not completely, but disappear to the point where it's minimal before we worry about new maps and things. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments below, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Tim918 out of here.